Good morning, beloveds. Oh, sorry. Uh, it is May 15th, and it's kind of looking like we might be in for a wild ride this weekend with the weather. So I would encourage you to do what you need to do and then be safe this weekend. Of course, Texas weather. They can say, oh, yes, this, that, and the other thing, and then nothing. And then they might say, well, we're expecting a little, and then it's like, oh my God. So, but if you have errands, I would do them early today, because it looks like Saturday's going to be a bit of a wash, which makes me, because I get to go to the park on Saturdays. You have no idea how excited I am. Well, yeah, if you've been watching these things, you know how excited I am about going to the park. I love to go to the park and run. I do it one day a week because I get to stay in the park for over an hour. And during the weekday, I don't have that kind of time. Well, I could make that kind of time, but I have to get up a whole lot earlier than I do. I'm just not ready to do that. So, yeah. That whole not a morning person, but I do get up early on Saturday so that I can go spend that hour in the or hour and 15 minutes. Good morning, Susan. In the park, and I spend about an hour running, and then I spend however long entertaining myself with the squirrels and my husband. So, but yesterday, that was kind of it, where, when I got up and plugged in my phone, it rained. It rained for 5 minutes, but I went ahead and said, well, I'm going to get up and get dressed as if. And I'll do the same thing tomorrow. I will get up and get dressed as if, and if I can go to the park, I'll go to the park, and if I can't, I can't. I have a machine. I will get on the machine. I've just been really lucky that I haven't needed to get on the machine recently, even on days that it's rained, because it's raining later in the afternoon and I can get out. So we'll see. All right. It is May 15th. It is Friday, which, depending on what you're doing, that may not mean anything to you. I'm excited about it because Friday means I get to go to the park tomorrow. I hope that there is something simple in your life, like going to the park, that just makes you as happy as it does me. And it does not have to be going to the park to exercise. But, there's just, you should have that one thing that just is silly, but makes you feel good, makes you giddy, makes you happy. And if you don't have it, I encourage you to find it. Because, yeah, it's one of those little things that, well, I mean, we're in May and it's the month of joy. And so, you should have that little thing in your life that brings you joy. And I'm not saying that you should have many big things that bring you joy. It's just that little thing like, oh, I get to go to the park today. Just that little spark of excitement. And it's something that people don't understand. It makes life more interesting that way. All right. We are still in the Psalms, and we are going to read Psalm 27. Well, the Bible quote is from Psalm 27:1. The light is my light and my no, wait, sorry. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Okay. And Ernest says, okay, the first line's already got my attention. I tune out all dull negative ideas and tune in with the sunshine of life, with brightness and laughter, with the joyous presence that is life itself. I know that all the beauty of form around me is the garment of God. Ooh, I like that line. I know that the presence that is manifested in my heart and mind is God expressing himself within the garment of form. As I feel this presence more and more, I hear the song of joy deep within. Always when I am still, I hear the song of life pouring through my consciousness. I have only to listen for it. It is always there. Within this knowledge, this assurance that the loving presence is always here. With this knowledge, this assurance that the loving presence is always here. Closer to me than breathing, nearer than hands and feet. I have nothing to fear. I feel this loving protection around me, and I know that it is a bulwark of strength. I know that it is not only a song of joy, but a song of love and protection. Knowing this, that I am the very essence of God, joy wells up within my heart, and life sings through me in radiant ecstasy. Oh, Susan, I love the goose couple. Have you posted pictures of the goose couple? Because if you have, I will go look for them. And if you haven't, I'd love to see pictures of the goose couple. Okay. So the first line gets your attention because it says, I tune out all dull and negative ideas. And then he says, and tune in with the sunshine of life, with brightness and laughter. And that's what I was talking about. I was talking about that little thing of going to the park, which just makes me happy. Oh, I will definitely go look. Okay. With brightness and laughter, just that little thing that just kind of brightens up your face. I was watching a video on Facebook, and they were speaking a language that I didn't understand. And what got the video posted was, it was clearly a wedding dance because she was in a beautiful wedding dress, and it just looked like, and they were dancing in the reception of a hotel because it had this grand staircase that she came down, and I think there was one on the other side that he came down, and they were dancing to Metallica's Unforgiven. Okay, so. Which, I mean, when you listen to some of the words, you're like, okay, no, I get why you would use that. But they were doing this beautiful dance. What made it so beautiful, though, other than it was just a phenomenally gorgeous dance, was when they would come, the dance would bring them face to face, like close face to face, because there were lots of whirls and twirls, and they were doing, it was just amazing, is the way that their faces would light up when they got close to each other. That is the sunshine of life. That is true joy. So I watched the entire 5-minute video because I was watching for those moments when they would get close together and light up because they were so close together. The whole dance was beautiful. She had this wonderful smile on her face the whole time. So it's like, that's what you want to focus on. You want to go back and remember that moment when being that close to somebody that you loved, you lit up. Sunshine and laughter. Okay, so that is the joyous presence that life is. I know that all the beauty of form around me is the garment of God. I mean, really? Come on. That line is just, so when you see that beautiful tree, when you see that goose couple, when you see those flowers, you are literally looking at the garment of God. You are looking at the body of God. You are looking at spirit in form. Not to say that the not so pretty stuff isn't also the garment of God. And sometimes that's where we have the opportunity to serve. So, but beauty, garment of God, yes. I feel this presence more and more. As I feel this presence more and more, I hear the song of joy deep within. That's why I set myself the task of finding something beautiful every day. And I'm trying to share that. I'm not always managing to share it, but I'm trying to share it because then it reminds me to look. Because the more beauty I see, the more I go, no, this is good. This is good. Yes, things are messy and things are chaotic, and we will get through it, but there's still beauty around us. Always when I'm still, I hear the song of life pouring through my consciousness. I have only to listen, for it is always there. And that's the problem. We get caught up in the chaos, we get caught up in the noise, and we forget to listen to that song. So, whatever it takes for you to listen to that song, please listen, go find that quiet place. I'm going to say, go sit by the babbling brook. You don't literally have to sit by a babbling brook, but whatever that quiet place is for you, where you can hear that voice, that song of joy. Okay. Good morning, Cleopatra. I saw Dana's watching too. Good morning, Dana. With this knowledge, this assurance that the loving presence is always here, closer to me than breathing, nearer to me than hands and feet. There's a couple of, one of them is a Rumi quote, and I think it's nearer to me than my jugular vein. God is always nearer to me than my jugular vein. It's separation is an illusion. And then I believe it's Hafiz. And I always get this quote. I always attribute, I'm going to learn it so that I attribute it right. But because it could be Hafiz and it could be Rumi. Ever since joy heard your name, it's run through the streets looking for you. So if you can let go of the illusion of the separation and realize that God is nearer to you than you're breathing, you are literally breathing the breath of God, then you have nothing to fear. I feel this loving protection around me. I know that it is a bulwark of strength. It's not saying that you won't face challenges. But what it is saying is that when you face those challenges, you will not be alone. You will have that strength. That strength will flow through you. So it's not that you're not going to face the challenges, but you will not be alone when you do it. So you have nothing to fear because you will get through those challenges with that strength. If you allow yourself to open to it and feel it. I know that it is not only the song of joy, but the song of love and perfection. Because the more joy that you have in your life, it gives you it's that bank account idea that Jesse's talking about. The more joy that you have, the more you have in your bank account, then when you face those challenges, you have more to draw from. And so I have joy, and then I face a challenge, and because I have this bank account of joy, then I know, okay, yes, it's tough right now, but I can get through it because I have this. And then when I get through it, then I can go back to putting joy in there. All right. So the song of joy is the song of love and protection because it will support you through. Knowing this, that I am the very essence of God, joy wells up within my heart, and life sings through me in radiant ecstasy. So I was talking yesterday about being a space of calm, a space of peace in the chaos going on around me. That is a minister's job. That is our job. But that is a job that anybody can do. You don't have to be a minister to do it. That's our job description. But we also get to be that conduit that life sings through in radiant ecstasy. We get to be that joy. We get to be that radiant love coming through so that when people come into our sphere of influence, that hopefully we contaminate them we're going to use the terminology of today, with that love and with that joy, so that they carry it out into the world. The more people I can touch with love, the more love I'm hoping that gets out into the world. The more people that I can touch with peace, the more peace that gets out into the world. The more people that I can touch with calm, it gets out into the world. That is my job as a minister. But you don't have to be a minister to do it. Anybody can do this job. All you got to do is go find that place, hear that song of joy, let it radiate through you, and then you become that conduit of love, peace, and joy into the world. All right. I'm very excited and all hyped up and ready to go and spread love, peace, and joy today. So I'm going to go get on with my day and see. It's been a busy week at work, and I hope that I have been that love, peace, and joy all week. And I'm going to go be that love, peace, and joy today. So y'all go enjoy the garment of God. Listen for the song of love and joy and be it. Know that we are with you. Know that we love you. Know that we are finding new and amazing ways to connect with you. And pro tip, I believe it's Reverend David's birthday. So if you're on Facebook and friends with him, make sure you say something, and he will be on sometime around 5. I would love to see a whole bunch of comments on his video today saying happy birthday to him. All right? Beloveds, have a fantastic day. Listen for the song of joy because you are singing it. All right? Bye.